Yo, welcome back. This is Stu42 with another Minecraft video. Now, last time we did some stuff with the Iridium Ore, the special Industrialcraft Iridium Ore. We found a way to get some of that together. Now, at the time, there is actually another way of getting an Iridium Ore in this pack, in the Infinity Evolved pack. It's both easier and harder, if you get my meaning. So you need to find these magical chalks. Now, they're found in ancient temples and dungeon chests. I actually managed to find, I was very, very lucky. I found a temple in the desert, and there was actually 4 magical chalks in there. So I gave 1 to one of the other guys on the server, kept the 3 for myself. With these 3, I have made this magical staff. Recipe is like that. Doesn't use up the magical chalk though, so that's why I've still got the chalk there. Now, to use the staff, I've found there's a few things you need. So the Staff of Traveling is something that I'd highly recommend using, and of course the chisel. Now we've already done this. I'm gonna redo it. So we need to basically have an area. So I'm just gonna use my basement because I can, and we need it like this. Now, you can make the this thing 1x1, 2x2, or 3x3. I'm not sure about anything else, but we should be able to just do this, right-click in the middle, and ta-da, it's done. Now, it has used up my staff, so that's kind of annoying, but as these can be reused again and again and again, it's not such a huge deal. You can just make another staff, although the emerald cost is pretty high. So, now, to go through here, you just right-click on it. Okay, so it's put us back right through where we've already been. So normally this room is completely empty, except for these walls here. It has these dungeon keyholes. You haven't got a key to open it. When you first come in, you get your first key. Of course, me and one of the other guys on the server have already been through this one. We've been collecting all sorts of crazy stuff. This is just where we brought some of our loot back to. Oh, there's some diamonds. I might take those. All of this stuff, great source of steel, even just for smelting all the steel down. I've got plenty, so one of the other guys can take that. Magic potions, all sorts of stuff. And as you can see on the map, it's made up of these little tiles. Like every chunk is its own little thing. Now, down here, some stuff went wrong. I'll tell you about that in a second. But generally, you've just got to sort of pick your way through these different rooms, and these things here, you can actually break those, and there's void underneath, so you try and avoid breaking those. Up here you have chests, and quite often in the chests you find iridium ore. Quite a bit of iridium ore, in fact. So in the few rooms that we've sort of unlocked, we've managed to, there's these library rooms, there's all sorts of cool stuff in here. Yes, there's even more stuff that we've left behind. So we've found 16 iridium ore so far. Now, the reason that we need the Staff of Traveling, because you only get 1 key per room, which means you can only open 1 door. Now, we opened, which one was it? We went this way, into this one. Now, this room in this chunk, oops, we don't want hats, we want this. This chunk here that we're in, as you can see, it's just this extra passageway, so we didn't get an extra key out of it, and we had no way of getting through and going anywhere else. So what you do is you get your Staff of Traveling, you can stand here, you can shift, right click, and oh, here's a brand new room. So I've now made this thing to give us some light, which is a thing from Blood Magic. Pretty awesome way of getting light, actually. And this is a brand new room. And now all we need to do is break through this top layer of obsidian. Some of these things have we got the chest one? No, spawner. So there's a spawner in some of them. There's a chest in one of them. There's always a dropper, like a what are they called? The vanilla. Yeah, there we go. Look, 2 more iridium ore. Fantastic, just like that. Overgrowth seed. There's some really cool stuff in here. I'm just going to leave all that other stuff in there. So that's pretty much how you do it. And then you can zip through. So I highly recommend making a bookmark to your portal home so that you know where this stuff is. Down here, as I explained before, this is where it all went wrong. Unfortunately, I actually have quite a bit of warp in this because I've been doing the Thaumcraft. I've been trying to get the Eldritch tab, which I'll probably try and do an episode on. But I've been doing that quite a bit. And I got... Look at this. It's wrecked the roof. We're surrounded in, you know, this horrible Thaumcraft slime. I'm just going to get straight out of here again. Yeah, and it's basically destroyed the blocks. I don't think that Runic Dungeons is terribly good at coping with things like that. And then we're here, right click, and we can go back. Pretty much it. I mean, it does depend on you being able to... Yeah, see, flux fluke. Oh, I've got tainted goo on me. Throw that out. Yeah, so it does depend on you being able to get those 3 chalks in the first place. But once you've got those chalks, pretty easy source. And as you saw, then I got 2 extra iridium ore just for going into one room. So that's pretty good going. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Another way of getting iridium ore. Yeah, end of episode, I guess. Nice and quick one. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.